So I just want to talk about what I'm doing here on my channel and I have been doing for years. Um, I have been creating miracles on demand, basically, or on um, in a conscious way. And while doing that, um, I am ignored. That's the thing. And I cannot do anything but to interpret this as a strategy of the masses, um, the way that I mean, there's no comment here, and it's so fascinating to me that people are able to see a miracle and then get over it. It's something that I'm actually thinking about often, that people can see a miracle because the news is on you know if you have a magician or not a magician but an illusionist, it will do something called a magical trick. And trick is the word that is insinuating that it's fake. um, so this is something that people get over, like a magical trick, because it's a trick. It's um, deceptive. Okay. When it comes to news and the what's happening in the world, it's something that cannot be a trick. It's just a kind of proof to what I do. It's like a proofing. It's called proofing when you prove something. And so what I do is a miracle. It is, okay. And I'm using that word because what I do is that I paint something and then it happens. It is a miracle, and people get over that because um, it's like there's a difference between, and this is the idea of solitude also, the idea of no one existing, or maybe that's just gaslighting of a conscious parasitic organism. What wants to gaslight you if not a parasitic consciousness that is conscious but parasitic, with a goal of existence to make you sleep? The goal is to make you fall asleep. That's the purpose of life, it seems to some, because here I go and create miracles and no one cares. You know, how am I supposed to look at this world when no one cares about the most it's like I'm doing the absolute pinnacle of um, um, of consciousness here. It's actually what I'm doing, and it's so weird that it's being uh, it's very uncomfortable to me that it is like that, and it's so fake. It's so it tells me so much about people, just like um, for example, the pandemic. It told a lot about how people are. The so-called pandemic, right? The behavior of, let's put on something that covers us, covers the basic function of breathing, because there is this totally irrational way of doing that, and we don't care about how the newborn will look at the people around them. So newborn babies were traumatized from seeing covered faces, no faces. And this is something that people get over, just like the miracles that I do here. It's the same lack of soul. Yeah. Because what is a capable soul if not psychic? So psyche means soul. So a psychic ability is like a soul ability, which, like, if you're the antagonist, for whatever reason, people don't like me, okay, and even if I do miracles, no one cares, okay. That's what I have to work with. I actually have to outgrow everything. I have to outgrow the deception of a pretend friend. That's what I have to outgrow. That's what I have to deal with. And that's tough. It is. And I have no choice. I have to be strong. I have no choice. Because there are only enemies. There are almost only enemies. Yeah, because even if I do the pinnacle of expression, no one, I mean, there is no appreciation, because it's almost like no one wants that, no one has that desire, no one wants to get closer to that, no one wants uh, to become that experience, except for a few, right? But it's so strange to me, like the way that it's only a very limited few that actually are and are interested in this kind of stuff. And even if the miracles, I mean, it is a miracle. There are miracles here going on. It's just that I don't like to put labels on things. I just like to say that I do something and here's the evidence. But the truth of what's happening is much larger. It's a big deal what I'm doing here. And the yeah, and I see, like, yeah, it's tough, it's rough, and but I like to believe that people are able to realize this on their own, that this is indeed a miracle, what's happening here. I'm not supposed to be even tell you that something is happening, but it's like I need to tell you, you live in a world where you're supposed to be scientific and believe in evidence when it's presented. But no, you don't. I need to tell you that I'm doing a miracle, and that's pathetic. It is. Again, we get back to the fact that most of you here are pathetic, okay? We're back to that. And I don't like to go there because it doesn't make me more popular in what I do, even if I do a miracle. Who cares, And no one, like, it feels like no one is there to help, but there are a few, but and these people are probably get get to deal with some stuff on their own also, I believe. So I think it's the sick reward system of the black tar, some kind of tar to get stuck in, where you are compartmentalized, locked into that structure of um, the reward system of control. And so, for whatever reason, it is able to silence my words. For whatever reason, it's like it has control over your logical, rational thinking. It's like you cannot see a miracle. It's something like that. So, with a few exceptions, of course, right? And as I told you, I do believe that what I'm doing here is something that people are capable of. I do think so, but it's like it has a price. Like what I'm doing, it has a price. You have to. It's tough to do what I do. So I do a very simple drawing. There's a lot of process to get there to making a drawing. And as I mentioned, I don't actually need to draw. I could simply talk. But it's like I stopped talking and I started drawing instead. And I believe that making a drawing should be clear. But for whatever reason, there is no. It's like, no, I am not. Like, it's like when you meet a person, it's like you have decided that this person is just like everyone else, right? I can, like, if I'm supposed to do a miracle here, you have to accept that I am different. I am special, you know. You have to accept that. Otherwise, you're not open to the fact that I can do this. You see, you are biased. You it's like you come here with a um, with a view that no one can do this. And even if I show evidence again and again and again, you don't do the calculations about how rare this is to do. You don't do that calculation. And I'm supposed to see you as a conscious being, you know? And I'm writing, as I said, I'm writing this theory of everything right now. And some people are probably laughing, about that, who does he think he is? I mean, yeah, you have a point. Like, who do I think I am? Like, who do I think I am that I'm doing this theory of everything? But still, I am doing it, and a clear consequence of that is that I further use what I do now, which is reasoning of science, proof, and evidence to an extraordinary level and a sense of consistency, so that I use that tool that you are supposed to listen to. I'm supposed to be able to talk to you guys using science, but I can't because there's something wrong. There's something missing in the listener. As I showed this evidence about me painting something, I tell you, going to be in the news, it's going to be this and that. We had the heat records all across Europe, Turkey. We had in France, we had in Israel, we had in Japan, we had in South Korea, we had in Phoenix, US, we had etc. etc. Before that, we had the sleep painting and all the sleep stuff. And here's the thing, I start to think about what is the consequence of ignoring what I'm saying here. What is the consequence? And I'm thinking about, like, as I said, oh, I'm forgetting that word again. I'm thinking about, uh, oh, as usual, I lost the word. Let's see. I start to think about lobotomy. Yeah. You know, the funny thing about projections is that most so when I'm talking here, some people would like to believe that it's some kind of psychological issue here going on with me when it's not. And I'm just going to tell you that it's quite the opposite. That a regular person, for example, doesn't integrate their shadow. There is a split of mind, a schizophrenia. Schizophrenia from Greek meaning split mind. The split mind is a regular person thing. It is the way that denial works. You deny something and then you have a split mind, and it's okay. Like, oh, let's do that, because that's regular person thing. Let's do that. It's like the failure of the human species. It's also the cause of scapegoating. Finding something to lay your sins on, a scapegoat that you put the sins on, and it is exiled. And so the split mind is a regular person thing. So the theory of everything that I'm doing is a way to see the unity of everything in a consistent manner, from a perspective of maintaining a scientific consistency. And what does that mean? It means that it reaches the perfection of Plato, the Platonic perfection. That's the direction that this is going when it comes to my theory of everything. And it's not only the direction, that's it. Because you need a perfection. You need the perfection to create a theory of everything. Otherwise, the world is not perfect. It simply is. If the world isn't perfect, there is no unifying principle. Everything is separated. So yeah, I don't know why I'm able to do what I do, and people uh, don't seem like I don't fit. I don't fit the there's always an ideal of how you imagine someone to be, when it comes to anything. And someone has to be a certain way, have to speak a certain way, and you know I speak my own way, and that's not appreciated. You need to be, it's like you need to be plastic. You cannot be genuine, because that reminds people of what they aren't, right? It reminds people, like, if I'm not too narcissistic about what I do, I think other people feel bad about that. I think so. Like if I'm not too prideful about what I do here, it's people don't think it's valid, because I don't have enough vanity and pride about it. People judge from that perspective. How are they? How would they be if they would have found a theory of everything? How would they be if they could do miracles on a continuous basis, controlled, consciously? How would they be? Not like I am. They would be, you know, they would be like I am. Actually, they would be, but they don't think so. They think they would be, uh, prideful, a lot prideful. It's for me, it's not about pride, it's about sanity. It's at this stage, it's about sanity. And I am sane, and the split mind, I turn it around because that's true, you know? The split mind is the unintegrated shadow. It is the fear of differences that brings people together into groups of separation. It's groups where people avoid other people, groups where where you where you find something to blame, you know. That's how I consider groups to be something that unites people to blame other things. That is a group, that is a community. People come together and they blame and hate something else. That is a community. Yes. And I try to show evidence. That's what I do. I will continue to show evidence. And my theory of everything is going to be beautiful, as it's supposed to be. It's going to be elegant. And as you can see on my videos, maybe I have one or two comments or no comments at all. That is how successful the control system is, even though that I'm able to do what I do. This is the level of control and lack of control regular people have. This is the degree of compartmentalization where people believe that they are sane and healthy and wealthy, and they believe that they are good. They believe that they are good people. They believe that they are worth a lot. People believe that they're worth a lot. I'm showing evidence to be sure, also for my own sake, to be sure, to have it's called sanity check in science. In science, you call it the sanity check. And I do have a evidence-based presentation for that reason. And yeah. So I think I'll just end this video now. Just some talk about what actually I'm doing. As I said in the video, I've been doing miracles, and that is quite rare. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, yeah, I mean, why should I even have to tell you what I'm doing here? You know, it's evidence and it questions the consciousness, the sentience, and existence. It questions, do you exist? And my theory of everything is a further question mark. Exists. Do you exist? Question mark. And the book comes alive as it presents the principle of everything, which unites everything under the law of a principle, inescapable, and how that principle prefers to appear. Yeah, okay, it's so weird. But anyhow, it's tough. It's really tough for me to show this evidence. And, you know, I go unheard for what I do. And it's tough, you know, it's really tough. It hurts me. It does. I get hurt. I suffer from that. I do. I do. And yeah. See you guys.